The next morning... Yeah, I'm like, there's no way this kid stayed the night. I'd be out of there if I was that kid. Elric? Where are you? Elric! I was too naive. But then again, it was only natural once I thought about it. Elric had completely disappeared from the tower. I had to find him. I knew for sure he was in town. I'd expect him to actually still be in the tower somewhere, just hiding out like it's the last place she'd expect. But where could he be? I'd better look everywhere for now. Where... What am I looking at? This is not a flowchart like anything I've ever seen. I can go to the square, the north alley. Hawk Manor is locked. Church is locked. M. Does that mean you can only go there as a male? West alley. Tavern. Snowdrop Field. Tower, that's where we are right now. Gotcha. What does ×1 mean? Like there's one thing that you can see there? Ooh, we can go to Wolf Manor? Trying to get a feel for like where we are in relation to things. Foggy Forest. So we probably go like doot, right? And then to the alley, to the square. The square like is trying to do this in a way that makes sense to my brain. Probably doesn't really matter. I'm overthinking this way too much. Let's start at Wolf Manor. Is this like the short episode thing? Is that what I'm looking at? But it's like a map now? Unclear 1, all 1, question mark. Play episode to Wolf Manor. Yes? Hello? I highly doubted he would be here. Same. That's why I came here. But I still came, just as I had the day before. He might have been a child, but he was still a thief. There was a chance he would try to steal from someone rich. A blonde child with 2 moles under his eye? No, I haven't seen him. Okay. I thought so. I never even leave this room. Maybe I should ask the maids about it. No, it's alright. Thank you. I went to see her on a whim, so I didn't want to cause her any more trouble. I'm so sorry. You were in the middle of work, weren't you? Francisca had a stack of papers on the desk in front of her. I gave it a sidelong glance. It seemed most of them were requests from the townspeople, along with summaries on enacting those policies, their budgets, and any potential problems. Most of the latter were nothing but numbers, so I couldn't understand them simply by looking. I should be the one to apologize. You came all this way, yet I'm stuck here with my work. Even as she spoke, she deftly reviewed and organized her documents at the same time. She might look unreliable at times, but she was the lady of the Wolf Clan after all. The delay in her work could have been caused by my visit for dinner yesterday. But if I stopped coming because of that, I knew it would hurt her. It had been a constant dilemma of mine. Anyway, I'll be going now. Oh, but you just got here. We haven't had a chance to talk. I'm in the middle of my work, too. I'll come by when I have some time. She looks so upset. Really? Really? You'd better. It's a promise. Yes, I definitely will. That was a little scary. The way she is during these exchanges makes me feel like I'm talking to a younger sister. I'm a little scared of her, not gonna lie. She intimidates me. Okay, so now I don't have a ×1 there. Cool. Ooh. Oh, I have a flowchart down there, though. Menu. Cool. Backlog. Do I want to go to the square or the tavern? Let's go to the square. There's 2 here. two characters, I guess. He had to be somewhere in town, so I just needed to look around. It sounded easy, but actually doing so wasn't easy at all. This town wasn't that big, but checking all the streets and shops would take more than a day. Huh? Judd. Damn, nice coat. Holy, Levi, why do you get more attractive with each passing episode? This is so unexpected, but I'm here for it. And you got a coat too. Not as nice as your brother's, but also nice.
What are you doing?
Oh, Levi. I might be in luck. After all, it was rare for us to meet so often like this. I was looking for someone. Did you two see him? He's a boy named Elric. He's about this tall and has 2 moles under his eye. Blonde hair, cheeky expression.
Don't think I've seen him. What about you?
Same here.
I see. I guess it wouldn't be that easy.
Why are you looking for this kid anyway?
Just because. I couldn't tell them that I needed to silence him for finding out that I was a woman. Anyway, what are you two doing here?
We're patrolling the town.
Oh, Levon too? I had seen Levi patrol because it was part of his job, but it was rare for Levon to join. Levon was busy as the heir to his clan, so Levi usually took care of it to give Levon some rest. But if I said that, Levi would get all bashful and deny it outright.
There have been newcomers to the Vigilante group. Morale will drop if I let Levi take care of everything.
That's not true. I'm doing a good job.
I don't know about that. The head of the Vigilantes went and picked a fight with the heir of the Hawk clan yesterday.
That was just a one-time thing.
Oh, hello, Wolf Vigilante.
Yeah. When I heard about it, I thought my heart was gonna stop.
Out of nowhere, a man suddenly appeared. Hello, man, you have a wild look about you.
And he showed those damn hawks who's boss.
Huh? Levi won? I thought he got beat into a bloody pulp.
What? Who's spreading that rumor?
It probably got spread around because of your impulsiveness.
A small crowd formed with lively conversation among its members. Are they all part of the Vigilante group? The 2 brothers were close, but seeing them among their organization, I could tell that they were also well-liked as leaders. The Wolf clan was a bunch of good-natured people, so I felt comfortable being around them. But I still need to find Elric. Anyways, I need to get going now.
Sorry we couldn't help.
That kid was named Elric, right? I'll hang on to him if I find him.
Alright, thanks! I waved to everyone and left. So many side characters in this game that got sprites and things. It's pretty cool. Let's go drinking, I guess, to the tavern. Nobody's here. Good. The place to go to gather information was the tavern, but I'd never entered it alone. I didn't drink alcohol. During the day, it was a diner that served regular food. I didn't have much reason at all to stay away from it, but I still did. I paced around while looking at the entrance from afar. All right. I made up my mind and pushed open the entrance door. Going in. Ooh, this is nice too. The inside was bigger than I thought. It was much cleaner than the seedy, lawless place I had imagined. But there were no customers at all. It was too late for lunch and too early to begin drinking. I was so nervous in the moments before, but it seemed I wouldn't be able to fulfill my main purpose in gathering information after all. Oh, hello, old man.
Unusual to have a customer at this time.
Huh? Oh, hello. I suddenly heard a voice and responded as I looked for its owner. The source of the voice was an old man at the counter. Despite his aged look, there was a composed sense of youth to him. He was beckoning me over. Did he want me to sit next to him? It would have been awkward to refuse, so I sat down next to him.
A youngster at this hour, I see. Having a late lunch?
No, I'm looking for someone. A blonde boy about this tall. Have you seen someone like that?
No, unfortunately.
I thought so. I didn't expect too much, so I wasn't particularly disappointed. What about you, old man? What are you doing here alone? My business here was done, but it seemed rude to leave right away. I decided to have a little chat.
Oh, I'm retired. I was a peddler when I was young.
A peddler? Meaning he's traveled outside the town. It was unheard of now, but when this old man was younger, there were exchanges between the town and the outside world.
Thanks to that, I have some rare things in my possession. I've been selling them little by little to help me buy booze.
I envy you. It was an honest thought, given my daily work as a handyman.
It's a rather dry way of life, if you ask me. These wares and I are old antiques, but unlike me, they're full of memories. You know, I think it's fate we met here. Let me give you this.
Is it an earring with a shard of a kaleidoscope in it? What is it? Eh? You obtained the antique loupe? Laup? Lupe? What is that? Is it alright for me to have this?
Yes, I don't mind. If you ever need anything some other time, I'll be asking for payment.
So it was just a sample. In that case, I felt alright accepting it. Do we have to buy things from you? For what purpose?
Curious, sir, and curiouser.
Thank you very much. If you'll please excuse me.
Yes, let us meet again in the near future.
Thanks, old man. That was unexpected. And I guess we'll go to the North Alley. One character here. No? There we go. I'm like, why will you not let me click on this? The back alley was where I chased him yesterday. They always return to the scene of the crime. This place would be the most likely area I'd find him. But then again, the place he actually stole from was the market.
Don't move.
I heard a voice behind me. Who could it be? Lucas, maybe? From the way he spoke, I sensed his intent to kill. He didn't even need to tell me to not move. I couldn't, even if I wanted to.
You're the one from yesterday. Jed.
The next remark he made was just as cold, but the murderous intent seemed to be gone. I cautiously turned around to look. Yeah, it is Lucas. Lucas?
I knew the criminal would return to the crime scene, but who knew it would be you?
I was thinking the same thing, but I had no idea what he was talking about. Murder? What are you talking about?
The serial killer.
Yeah. Serial killer? Lucas motioned with his chin toward the shadows of the alley. Were those bloodstains? I was so desperate chasing Elric yesterday that I didn't notice. Did I just not see it? Or did it happen last night? There was a grotesque splattering of blood all around. The stone walls were flush with a dark color that couldn't even be called red. I started to smell the blood hanging in the air, and it was making me sick. It's interesting there's this murder mystery thing happening alongside. What's the connection there? It was, you know, a murder mystery. Anyway, lots of them. It's all the doing of the Black Shadow. A man was found lying on the ground, stabbed in the chest. That's scary. I agree. All of those workers being attacked. Was it the Black Shadow? I mean, isn't the Black Shadow his dad? Or am I misunderstanding that? Lucas didn't answer my mumblings and went over to check the bloodstains. Did a murder happen here too? That's a terrible way to die. No wonder people keep talking about the rumors.
Rumors?
Lucas stood up quickly and took a step toward me. His voice was filled with anger.
Speak. What did you hear?
He was much taller than I was, and looked down at me with glaring eyes. I couldn't help but be taken aback. Lucas placed his hand over the sword on his belt.
Or are you the culprit?
Hold on! I don't know what happened. I just heard that someone was killed. I tried to defend myself, or rather I was just stating facts. Lucas locked his gaze on me as if trying to see into my soul. His silence made me feel uncomfortable. Man, he's like got a short fuse and then he's just back to, alright, analyzing. After a while, he removed his hand from his sword and walked back to where the bloodstains were. What's going on? Is there something bothering you? I didn't know what it was, but since he had already accused me of the crime, I should be able to ask at least that much. Lucas sighed, turning back around, his brow furrowed.
There are people who are unsatisfied with the Hawk clan. Rumor is that they are murdering those who are a part of us.
Huh?
The rumor must have started from that tax collection the other day. This is foolish. It is required of me to crush these rumors before they reach the Hawk Lord. Especially so if it sullies father's name.
This is for his father? Is that why he was so mad?
If you aren't the culprit, then leave. I'll arrest you the next time I see you.
Wait! Why are you doing this, Lucas? I was unwilling to back off. It would keep bothering me if I didn't ask.
This was used in the crime.
Lucas took something out of his pocket. This is... Wow, that is fancy. A hawk knife? It was a knife. The handle bore a motif of a hawk feather. The blade looked clean, except for a bloodstain that had not been removed. Is this what the Black Shadow was using?
It could very well be possible that the culprit is trying to frame the Hawk clan.
I mean, yes, that would make sense that they left like such an obvious hawk-shaped knife. Or it could be someone from the Hawk clan. Which is why that knife was used.
It could also be a ruse to divert attention away from the clan too. In any case, everyone is a suspect in my eyes.
Understood. He wrapped the knife in a piece of cloth and stuffed it back in his pocket. Why are you so open with our girl already is my question.
Now stay out of my way.
Fine. Oh, Lucas.
What is it now?
Thanks for telling me. See you later. Lucas didn't respond to that. He might have been mad at me for interfering. It would be best if I went elsewhere before he really got upset. Okay. Church has been unlocked. Ah. 1 episode. Okay, so this is the short episode thing. You get it from the map, eh? Interesting. Just out of curiosity. Okay, so there's no, like, side thing. At least not yet. There's no side thingoos. I wonder if they did away with that and now have, like, this map option. I like the map so far. There's nowhere else I can go, right? No episodes available. Okay, just wanted to double check. I guess we're going to church. I almost said Hokage and Usagi. Elric and Bunny? Or Rabbit? Alright, let's go. Just as I thought, I can't find him. I had expected this to some extent. I couldn't find Elric anywhere in town. The only place I hadn't looked was... That's right, Elric was rather reluctant to be brought to the church. I didn't know if he was there, but there might be clues that could help. I was at a point where I was grasping at straws. I decided to head to the church. It was a familiar place I had known since I was born. Looking back through the years, I remembered passing by it countless times, but for some reason I never went inside. I wondered why. Could it have been that I never had a reason to? Well, I did today. I slowly opened the front door and stepped inside the church for the first time. Fancy. Man, so many of these, backgrounds and stuff just remind me so much of Steam Prison. Inside was quiet and solemn, and in the middle stood a tall man. He noticed me and gave me a gentle smile. Hello? Who are you? I don't recognize him. But then again, why would I? If he was a clergyman, then of course I wouldn't recognize him. He wasn't much older than I was, possibly in his 20s or 30s, though I was having difficulty telling his age from his face.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you the priest here?
No, I'm not. I just rented the church to live here.
Since when?
Since I came to this town. That would be about 10 years ago, I believe.
That long ago? He had been living in this town for that long, but I had never seen his face before. And the town wasn't all that big to begin with. 10 years ago. Were there still people moving here from the outside during that time? I couldn't remember. Lots of things you don't know and don't remember. Man, so many long-haired beauties in this game.
So, how can I be of assistance? I doubt that you came here to ask about my story.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking for this boy named Elric. I had almost forgotten why I came in the first place. I used the boy's name in the hopes of gaining some kind of clue.
Oh, you're here for Elric. Then you can ask him yourself.
Huh? Aw. You don't have your coat on now. But you still have a rabbit, thing stitched on your outfit. Interesting. You guys have... I just realized you have matching... Is it called fleur-de-lis? Can't remember if that's how you say it. But this thing. If they both have that. So you guys are connected in some way as well.
You're finally here. I knew you were slow.
Puh! Huh? Huh? The boy and the rabbit peered at me from behind the man. And there he was, just as easily as it was difficult for me to track him down all day. Whoa, why are you here?
Because I live here.
But yesterday you...
If I went back at that hour, Lawrence would have gotten mad at me.
I take it this boy is Lawrence.
But he still got mad after I came back today.
Puh. Lawrence? Who's Lawrence?
Do you know Elric?
Oh, this guy. Come to think of it, I didn't ask for his name. I really needed to get a hold of myself.
If you don't mind, would you please tell me what's happened?
Yes. Well... I tried to gather my thoughts as I explained what happened. I don't know why. He gives me such strong Kaguya vibes. I don't know if it's just because he's wearing green, or if it's the color of his hair, or what it is, but he just gives me such strong Kaguya vibes, which is probably why I'm using the same voice pretty much. I'm just like... I don't know. It's weird. Could just be a similar design decision, but... I'm suspicious ever since we met up with the two-mold boy.
I see. Elric's being a little thief. I've had enough of your lectures. Why would you do such a thing? You're causing trouble to the townspeople. There's no reason for it. I'm just killing time.
You are so... Jed? May I call you that?
Just call me Jed.
Then Jed. I'm sorry, but it seems I dragged you into my own troubles. As you can see, he's a bit of a troublemaker. I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
He looked so sorry about it that I was starting to pity him too. Not at all. Anyway, Elric and Mr. Lawrence, was it? How are you two related?
Just call me Lawrence. I may look like this, but I'm still young at heart.
I wanted to assume he was joking, but it wasn't a very good joke.
I was asked by the priest to manage the church, and Elric's an orphan who lives here. That's the quick explanation, at least.
Ah. I wondered if that was really all there was to it. There was something about Lawrence that seemed different from other people.
By the way, Jed, you work as a handyman, right?
Yes, I mean, yeah. Sir. I had started to respond to him formally, but at his pointed look, I switched over to casual speech. He was obviously older than I was, but being able to speak to him like this put me at ease.
Saying that the timing was right might not sound all too good, but this could be a fateful encounter in itself. Can I ask you to do a job for me?
A job? I didn't expect for him to immediately hire me for a job. Unless it was something really strange, I had no reason to refuse. Working these jobs was important to surviving here.
We will be having the Masquerade Festival in exactly 1 month. Did you know?
Of course. There's no one in this town who doesn't.
I know about that too. It's some festival to celebrate spring, right? I've never seen spring outside of books.
Elric was right. Things like blooming flowers were only seen in books. Our town was covered in snow with a spring that would never come. Interesting. Okay. During the festival, it was tradition to hang decorative cloth with fruit or floral designs around the town. So what about the masquerade?
I have a bit of a problem. Once every 20 years, the church displays the Kaleido-Via, and it just so happens this is that year.
Kaleido-Via? I felt something stir in me when I heard that word, but I didn't know it. I didn't think I'd ever heard of it before.
It's alright that you don't know. It was first on display before you were born. It's been put away all these years, and even I've never seen it before.
Oh. So what about this Kaleido-Via?
It's gone.
Gone?
I opened the box to prepare it, but there was nothing inside. It was empty. Of course, it couldn't just open up the box itself and run off, you know. I think someone took it.
Someone. As I made my assumption, I turned my head towards the other person here.
It wasn't me. There's nothing fun about hiding that thing.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry. I realized that it was rude of me, so I apologized.
Lawrence suspected me immediately, too. Don't you think that's terrible?
I already apologized, didn't I? There was no other person who could have done it.
Since he didn't know who else to suspect, he probably wanted me to look for it. Is this Kaleido-Via valuable? In a monetary or artistic way?
That I don't know. It's an egg-shaped sculpture. That's all that I've heard about it.
It's an egg-shaped sculpture. Okay. Interesting.
But even if it is valuable in that regard, it would be useless in this town. If it were ever sold, people would know immediately.
What if it was taken outside of the town?
You probably know better than I do about how difficult that would be.
True. No one came in or out of the town. It wasn't that they couldn't, they just didn't. Why? So the Kaleido-Via was somewhere in town and someone had it. Okay. But that information alone wasn't nearly enough to find it. What would happen if the Kaleido-Via was really gone?
Perhaps I'm overthinking things, but it is possible that a riot would break out.
A riot?
You know how the two clans are constantly at each other's throats. I see it as if they're both looking for a reason to fight. And the Kaleido-Via could be used as an excuse for that.
I don't think they're that bloodthirsty. I honestly thought it was a far reach. Music changes.
There is a story behind the Kaleido-Via. I've only heard it secondhand, so the details aren't very clear. Originally, it was a symbol of the wolf and the hawk joining forces. It's the symbol of peace in this town. And if that disappeared...
The symbol of cooperation. The symbol of peace. I didn't know this town even had anything like that. Lawrence's fear suddenly felt a lot more real to me. If it was a possibility, then there would be no harm in trying to prevent it. True. I knew that the people in the town didn't want any trouble.
So how about it? It may be a difficult request, but I can offer you a small portion of the church's festival budget.
That much? I was shocked. Lawrence wrote a number on his palm to show me. I don't have paper nearby, so I'll just write it on my hand. It would take me years to make that much as a handyman. Earning a reward like that, I just might be able to leave town with it. It would be more than enough funds for the journey. I suddenly felt more motivated. I understand. I'll accept, but I can't guarantee I'll find it. There was no reason to refuse. I would just do what I could.
Thank you. I'll contact you if I find out anything too. And I'll have Elric be your assistant.
Huh?
What?
Huh? His unexpected suggestion had us all exclaim in confusion.
Nani?
The first one to protest was the boy.
Hey! What's the big idea?
You caused trouble for him, didn't you? Then work it off to pay it back.
I didn't hear anything about that. Why do I have to?
During the investigation, you had better listen to what he says. Understand?
His ominous smile reminded me of Francisca's.
I'll take that as a yes. Now then, I'll be looking forward to great results.
Sure.